Hello, everybody. I wanted to do a Wonder Man review. Last time I left off, I had watched the fourth episode and did a review of the previous two episodes. I just want to point out too. I know there's a lot of flack some Marvel shows and movies get, but I'm like the biggest homer in the world, so I usually love, if I like the trailer, I usually love the movie or TV show. So I have generally enjoyed the all the Marvel movies, all the Marvel shows, all the Star Wars movies, all the Star Wars shows. They're all good to me. Okay, that being said, um, I think this story. Now I don't know Wonder Man. I've never read the comics. I don't know his superpowers. So if I sound like an idiot saying this, but it almost seemed, and I liked it. I did enjoy it. I loved how they mixed comedy with more dramatic parts. I love the old Hollywood aesthetic of the show. Um, the music was phenomenal in just about every episode. But the one thing that like struck me as they could have done a show like this and not called it Wonder Man, and it'd have been its own thing, and it would have worked. Any of the streamers could have, Netflix could have made it and not called it Wonder Man and just been some guy with special powers and a story similar to this. That being said, again, I really enjoyed it. I think my favorite episode was the fifth one. Oh my god, there were so many laugh out loud moments. It was all out like just laugh out loud comedy, just really funny stuff. I really enjoyed that one with the young guy and the kids making candy. You know what I mean? They weren't really making candy. Come on, let's be real. And everything with the Mandarin in that episode was just spot on. He was just really it was just really good. It was really funny. And then the cops show up at the end. They all have to like, let's get out of here. The fuzz are here or whatever. You know that old saying. But yeah, so it was funny. It was like super funny. And I did enjoy it. But I think I don't know where I would rate it. I don't know where I would put it. Like in at first, I'll be honest, especially after the Lamar the Doorman episode, which was interesting, I will say, but I was like, is this canon? And then I found that it's like an episode within an episode of a um from a line that was used in the third episode, the party episode. Um, I don't know if that was supposed to be something that really happened or it was just a movie and he got an idea for a movie. But it was definitely from a comic. I don't know if it's of the same name, Lamar the Doorman, but it's definitely a comic a Marvel comic, I believe, that they used um, the story and everything and turned it into an old Hollywood black and white, kind of thing. Kind of what do you call it when it's like uh, I forget, but it was definitely old Hollywood, black and white, and it was funny because they had in this whole series, they mentioned the Manning brothers, Eli, my favorite, because I'm a Giants fan, and Peyton, and they mentioned Michael Strahan. I am wondering, is the creator of this show? I think I mentioned this in my last video, a Giants fan. Also, Mario Lopez was in that episode, and that Gad guy that was what's his name? Something Gad, Josh Gad, is it? Who was the snowman, Olaf the snowman in And he was playing, it was almost like breaking the fourth wall. He was playing himself. And he's got to play the snowman in Frozen. So that was funny, but I was like, after that episode, I was like, is this like real? Is this going to be brought up again in the show? And thankfully, for me and a lot of other people that saw it, maybe it was not brought up again in the show. And it just went from that to that fifth episode, which was my ultimate favorite. It had an interesting ending where they had him break out the Mandarin guy, the guy played by Ben Kingsley. What was his name? I forget his name in the show, but he broke him out of jail. He tricked some guy into thinking he was making a movie about him. He was totally, why are you making a movie about me? He was a guard. It turned out he was a guard at the jail where the Mandarin was. So he broke him out basically by using his superpowers and flying away, and that to me was really cool. But I was hoping for a post-credit scene. You do not get, when I watch the whole credits, you do not get a post-credit scene. So I'm wondering, like, where does this go from here? I mean, do we get a season 2? Or is this going to be a guy that's going to show up as an Avenger or another shows first and then an Avenger eventually? I know that there's been talk of rebooting the whole thing and getting new Avengers, a new Avengers team with Kate Bishop and Miss Marvel and stuff like that, and the girl from Echo. Just a whole bunch of new Avengers, because like the old Avengers, some of them are just moving on, don't want to do it anymore. But the funny thing is, Avengers Doomsday is bringing everybody back, which is kind of making me think: are they going to reboot it? Are they going to and they're going to bring in, and I think they still are, some X-Men characters to this whole thing. But another thing that I thought after seeing the Lamar the Doorman episode, it kind of, I was like, is this gonna be like totally goofy, like She-Hulk? And I liked She-Hulk for what it was. It was fun. It was, totally not canon. It was totally goofy. But I thought that's how this show was going to go after Lamar the Doorman, and I think it didn't. It didn't go in that direction. And also, if anyone knows, can you tell me in this comment section, in the Wonder Man show in the Wonder Man comic, was he an actor? Was he into acting? Was that like a thing, or did they make that up for that? So anyway, I really, really enjoyed it. I'm going to do this out of a 10, just to give it a full scope. Out of a 10, I would give it a 8.5. The whole show, I would give this an 8.5. I really enjoyed it, but it wasn't like my favorite out of all the Marvel shows. But it was fun and definitely worth watching. It took me, I think, 3 days to watch, maybe longer. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. And stay tuned, people. My next review will be Star Trek Starfleet Academy. So check out that later. I can't wait to watch the latest episode. I'm going to watch it tonight at 8 o'clock. And everybody, thank you very much. Remember to like and subscribe and hit that notifications bell. And thank you very much. May the Force be with you, and God bless. And also, happy Thursday if it's Thursday in your hemisphere.